welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking and for always keeping it here. I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're good. I have missed you so much. If you haven't subscribed, kindly consider subscribing and become a part of this wonderful family. I'm Maria James and Karibu Sana. So today, guys, I want us to talk about rejection. Rejection is dismissing or refusing. It's actually the act of pushing someone or something away. And rejection can cause a lot of negative effects. Yes, has a lot of negative effects, negative emotions, and negative feelings, all the same. So rejection can cause anger, it can cause anxiety, can cause depression, can cause sadness, um, low self-esteem, feeling unworthy, trauma, and hating oneself. Yes, you might end up hating yourself because of being rejected. So how do you know if you're being rejected? Guys, there's some of the red lights that you can actually look out for just to know if you're being rejected, just to know when you're being rejected. And these are like things like when the people who had all the time for you, they no longer care about you, they no longer have time for you, they tend to ignore you, they are just too busy for you. They don't care about your feelings. Like, they don't care if you get hurt, they don't care if they just don't care about how you're feeling. They start cutting communication with you, they are ignoring you. They just start to ignore you and to put you off their life. They no longer involve you in their own activities like they used to do before, like when their behavior have actually changed. Or alternatively, they oftenly talk about some important person who is in their lives at that particular moment. They're just pushing you away, they're just giving you some signs that you're no longer important. So they don't share those important moments and time and all that with you. Just know you're being rejected. There's some types, several types of rejection, and these are like, first is the familial rejection, and this is the rejection from one's family. Yes, when you're being rejected, this may consist of abuse, neglect, abandonment, or generally not getting love or affection from your family. That is rejection. And this form of rejection is very, very bad. It can cause trauma, and it can go on for a lifetime. It can cause serious consequences. Family rejection is very, very bad and very, very traumatizing, guys. The second one is the social rejection. This can include bullying, no non-appreciation in the society. For example, maybe denied work, and fully you deserved something and all, something like that. Yes, social rejection, bullying, and such kind of thing. Another one is the relationship rejection in a relationship, uh, or romantic rejection. All forms of rejection can hurt. Yes, and they can actually hurt in equal measure because they all hurt. They're all rejection, so they all hurt. But most especially when it's done by someone you truly love, somebody who is very close to you and you love. Rejection can impact self-worth and self-confidence. Yes, you might lose all that because of being rejected. Oftenly, guys, people don't understand why they have been rejected. They don't understand why I've been rejected, and this is likely to lead to an overall sense of not feeling good enough. Yes, you're losing your self-worth. You think you're just not good enough just because you've been rejected. And this can affect us big time. Social rejection, family rejection, romantic rejection can be so traumatic and have negative effect for our self-esteem. It tends to lower our self-esteem. You see, you don't see your worth anymore, so you just lose your self-esteem. We are social creatures, guys. We are social creatures, and we all crave for connection and meaning, for to other people. We want to be important and all that. And so when we face rejection or lack of acceptance, it becomes so hard for us to internalize negative thoughts about our self-esteem. It lowers us, it reduces us so much, guys. um, Rejection brings up existential crisis of aloneness, which is quite painful and traumatizing, and very hard for us to just ignore. It's just so hard because it just lowers us, it reduces us to nothing. What I'm trying to say here is that rejection can wreck you up. It can wreck your life. And especially when you have been rejected and you accept, yeah, I've been rejected, and you start to demote yourself, you start to make yourself look so small. It can reduce you to nothing. It can just wreck you up. It's traumatizing, guys. But let me tell you, as much as rejection seems all that bad, and has so many negative effects, it has also positive side. That is, if you decide to look at the positive side of rejection. And this is the best thing. Before we even look at the positive side of rejection, let me tell you guys, it's always good in everything that is happening in your life. Look at the positive side of this thing. Okay, look at the positive side, because when you always look at the negative side, you're wrecking yourself out, you're hurting yourself. So today, let us look at the negative sides of rejection. One, rejection motivates us to do better. Yes, it does. Um, Rejection can be a sign that you need to do something you are not doing, or to stop something you are doing. Are we clear on that? It's a sign. It can be a sign of for you to stop doing something you're doing, or start doing something you're not doing. Okay? Now, figuring out what it is will put you on the right path for doing something better. Okay? The second one is that rejection reminds us that we are only human. We are all important in our own way. Yes, we are all special and unique in our own way. So this reminds us that we are only human, no matter how extraordinary we would love to believe we are. Okay, we are all human at the end of the day, and unique in our own way, and also special in our own way. So we are only human. The third thing is that rejection teaches us patience. It teaches us to be patient and to continue moving on. You may not, you start to understand that you may not have whatever you want, whatever you want to have at that particular moment. But if you're willing to put an extra effort, if you're willing to work hard, you can actually have it. If you want, you still have patience, you can have it along the way. You only need to have the will to work hard and to be patient for you to be eventually be where you want yourself to be. Yes, patience and hard work. The fourth, rejection causes us to explore different paths. It can be a way of telling us we need to look at different paths to get where we want to be. Okay, maybe the path you have taken is the wrong one, or maybe there's still a better way that you have not yet realized it. So it's just a matter of taking a different path. Rejection can be a positive experience if you are willing to take another path, or if you're willing to try something else just to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Taking or exploring different paths, okay? Then number 5, rejection makes us stronger. This may seem so hard to believe because rejection makes us stronger. In many cases rejection breaks us. So, but if you look at it in a positive way, rejection makes us stronger. Yes, rejection can always feel like it bring you to a complete halt or pushed to the wall. But truth is, it gives you something to push against. As hard as it is to believe, guys, yes, it gives you something to push against. Let me tell you, guys, people don't grow stronger when everything is moving smoothly in their lives. In their lives, okay? Not when everything is smooth and okay. But then also when they are forced to cope with undesirable, unexpected situations, okay? So generally, what rejection does to us, it makes us realize how strong we are, and of course, realize our capabilities along the way. Yes, you can realize your capabilities. You never know how strong you are until you have been rejected. Number 6, rejection is an opportunity for growth. Rejection can create a chance to grow and learn as a person, making you stronger and more polished. So, but um, as much as we have all these positive things and negative things, then after rejection, because you're hurt and you need to recover from that hurt so that you can be normal again and to be who you are. So, let us look at some of the things you can do, just how to recover from rejection, how you're going to recover from this rejection. So let's just see how you can pick yourself up after the rejection, because when you're rejection, you're gonna be wrecked out and you're gonna be feeling so low and all that. Let us look at some of the things that you can do so that you can heal from rejection. Number one is that you should allow yourself to feel. This seems so hard, right, guys? Allow yourself to feel, okay? Don't suppress the emotions. Don't suppress all those emotions that come with rejection. Allow yourself to feel them. Feel them. And it's a process. It's a process. Allow yourself to feel whatever the pain, and process all of them slowly by slowly, and gradually you will heal. But then if you suppress these feelings, they'll be stuck somewhere in your heart, and after every minute you'll be remembering all that, and it can cause trauma. Yes, that's how it can cause trauma if you suppress the feeling. Number two is spend time with the people who love you. Spend time with people who appreciate you. Spend time with people who understand you. Don't isolate yourself. You know, most cases when you're being rejected, the only thing you want to do is to isolate yourself. You want to be alone because you don't feel important to anyone. But just look around, because I want to believe that you have not been rejected by everybody. You have not been rejected by everybody. Look at those people who truly love you. Look at those people who appreciate and understand you. Spend time with them. Don't isolate yourself. It's important to be close with them that love you. Remember you're loved and appreciated. Remember you are loved and appreciated. The fact that you've been rejected by one person doesn't mean you've been rejected by everyone. So isolating yourself is the last thing that you are loved, you are appreciated, and there are some people who understand you. Don't let the act of rejection tell you otherwise. And remember that you can't always be appreciated and be accepted by everybody. And you cannot be accepted for every opportunity. Not every person will love you, not every person. And you need to realize that. You need to put that in your mind, that it's not a must for you to be accepted by everybody. But then again, there are them that love and appreciate you. Look out for them. Number three is that practice self-love and self-care. This is where we lose it. When we are being rejected, we don't practice self-love anymore. When you're being rejected, you start even rejecting yourself, which is very, very unnecessary. You don't have to reject yourself just because you've been rejected. Practice self-love and self-care. Very important, guys. Very, very important. What I say is that it's very, very important to love yourself and to have a positive relationship with yourself. Because if you don't just love yourself, then who will? Who will, guys? You can start by looking at the positive traits about yourself. Look at your accomplishment, either big or small, and start to appreciate yourself, because hey, you're important. Love and appreciate yourself first. Even though you're being rejected, don't reject yourself. If you really need to overcome your fear of rejection, this is how you can overcome your fear of rejection. Start by knowing your worth. Yes, know your worth. Because hey, you're worth a lot. You're worth a lot. You're worth more than you can imagine. Realize your worth, know your worth, and avoid self-talk and negative self-talk. Avoid negative self-talk. This is another thing that destroys a lot of people. You have been rejected there because they think you're not good enough, and then you're here, you're like, you're telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. Those are negative self-talk. Look at what you're feeding your heart, what you're feeding your mind. And negative talk about yourself, don't ever entertain negative talk, negative self-talk. It's very, very bad. It can wreck your heart. So rejection is a natural part of our lives. Yes, you may face rejection today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, but just know that it's part of our daily life. Yes, it's part of our daily life. People are facing this. You're not the only one who has faced rejection. There's a lot of people who are facing rejection even right now. But what matters is how you're going to overcome rejection, how you are going to heal from the trauma, how you're going to heal from whatever the hurt you're going through because of rejection is what matters. But anyway, it's a natural thing. It's a natural thing in our day. It's natural. So what you're supposed to do is just embrace it. Yes, embrace it, because it's gonna be here. You can't avoid it. You don't know if you're gonna face it tomorrow. So embrace it as just part of life. When you face rejection, it's always remember and know that your feelings are very much valid. Of course, they're valid. It's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel bad, because these are things caused by rejection. It's truly okay to be hurt. Okay, it's okay to feel bad. It's okay to cry even. But it's okay, guys. It's okay to always feel bad. Your feelings, your emotions are very much valid, especially when you're going through it. So generally, rejection is a simple part of our daily life. And if you want to live happy, if you want to live to the fullest, you got to pick yourself up. Pick yourself up whenever you're knocked down. Whenever you feel bad, whenever you've been rejected, you can always stand up again on your feet. You can always rise yourself in your feet. And remember that you're worth a lot. You are important. You are appreciated. And remember, when you're being rejected by one person, doesn't mean you've been rejected by the whole society. You are special in your own way. You are unique in your own way. You are important. Always put this thing in mind. You never know when you're going to face rejection, because you might face it tomorrow or the day after. But handle yourself with care. Don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself, and don't let that act destroy the whole you. Don't let it destroy you, because you are important, like I am saying. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking here. Kindly, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends and your family. And kindly tell your friends to subscribe, and tell them to tell another friend to subscribe to my channel. So, and remember guys, that Jesus is still the reason. I love you so much, guys.